I'm Kitsie Duncan, and I'm a paranormal researcher. I've investigated the most haunted locations in the world. It's time to give back, to give the dead a voice.
My goal is to get this, whoever it may be, to communicate with us.
Some people are living in fear, some in sadness. Spirits are just trying to communicate with the living, and sometimes they need help.
Love you, girl. Oh my God.
I love you too, Dad.
And we want to bring their voices from the other side.
And so this is a huge validation.
So here I am about to do my first solo investigation, but I couldn't be happier. It's a personal friend of mine that I'd known for years, but sadly the investigation revolves around her son that she lost not even a year ago. Justin holds a very special place in my heart and so many others. He was a light, and I honestly think he still is. So I'm heading over to my friend Tammy Huff's house to see if we can make communication with her son Justin. This one it's personal. It's gonna be emotional, and I'm nervous and I'm scared, and I just hope that tonight I make a connection with Justin Huff.
I am Tammy Huff, and I am the mother of 3 boys, and I'm a teacher, special ed teacher. And that's about all that I've ever had to say about myself. Justin was born with a heart defect. They sent us home and said, oh, it's okay, it'll be all right. They've survived this heart defect for years, so it's no problem. But when he was 3 weeks old, he went into cardiac arrest and ended up being without oxygen for hours. So there was a doctor there who had lost a child, so in the ER, that he wouldn't stop whatever life-saving measures that he was doing until the Riley people got there. Riley's a children's hospital up in Indianapolis.
Sorry.
I forget, everybody doesn't know what Riley is.
If you want to talk about how most people know Justin.
Justin ended up having pulmonary embolism in 2012, and he had a couple of them, so I thought, I never did the Make-A-Wish, but I went ahead and saved up the money and took him to a convention so he could meet Norman Reedus. I told him that if he stayed healthy and out of the hospital, we would do Chicago the next year. He did not go into the hospital, he didn't get sick, he did nothing. So we ended up going to Chicago. And then we took a picture of him and Michael Rooker and Norman Reedus flipping off the camera, and ended up entering a contest, and he won the year passes for 2015 for Wizard World, where he could go anywhere that he wanted to. Somehow or another, it's like people just kind of grabbed onto him because of how much he just enjoyed his life, and that's pretty much what it was. He always had a smile, and there was no person that wasn't a big star to him. Didn't matter who you were, didn't matter what you did to him, he loved you. We ended up in 2016, I believe, is when we finally decided to really start looking at hospice because his health had started going downhill. We ended up being able to go to several conventions, even though there were times that we had to call in the emergency people while we were at the convention. But I was kind of like, it's making him happy. So I think it kept him going 2 years longer than what it would have. And then in December of 2019 was when he ended up so sick that they ended up prescribing morphine for him because they thought that Christmas Eve was the last. And he still made it kicking through till March. So when he passed away, Travis started seeing robins, like everywhere, robins everywhere. And I think mine were fireflies. I ended up seeing lightning bugs a lot while we were out there at the grave. The one that kind of led me to call you was this very unusual praying mantis. I was out there, wasn't paying any attention, and I turn around and there's a praying mantis on my car mirror. And it just stayed there and stayed there. And that's when I posted that maybe you needed to come and do some angel hunting and see what he was trying to say for us.
Okay, so there's a reason we chose this day. I messaged her and I'm like, how about December 5th? And she's like, well, that would actually be perfect because it's Justin's birthday. So I had an idea and I just made a quick pit stop. But because Justin is so special, I got him a little cupcake. So hopefully it'll make him smile. Even more importantly, I hope it makes Tammy smile. I even got candles. So it's gonna be a celebration. I'm headed to Tammy's next. So let's go. So, Justin, you know we're here. You know what we're doing. But for you guys, I am at my friend Tammy Huff's house. We're here to give him a voice. We both know in our hearts he's gonna try as hard as he can. I mean, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Justin, I just want you to talk to your mom. I thought it was worth a shot. It's nothing that's ever happened before. I've got some stuff here that you've seen on the ghost shows. And I'm gonna start with something that's really easy. Oh, I do wanna tell you too, Justin, I may have brought a spirit friend with me. Her name is Anna. She's not here to hurt you. She's not here to do anything but just kind of be your emotional support. She's my emotional support and has been ever since I met her. These are called dowsing rods. These are about as old school ghost hunting as you can get. I usually ask the spirits to cross it for a yes, if they're able to just kind of figure out, not you, if they're here or not. And Justin, my friend that I brought with me, Anna, she's here also to show you how all this stuff works. Okay, there we go. So, somebody's moving them. I think I know who it is. Justin, can you tap these for me to show me that you're here with us? Thumbs off. Perfect. Oh, look at that perfect X, dude. That's amazing. Can you uncross them so I'm really sure that it's you? Just make them point right at Mom for me. I know, crossing's the easy part, right? I feel something pulling on them. There you go. Good job, buddy. Good job. I told you already the moment I walked in, he's here. I know he's here. And you are doing an amazing job, okay? So, yeah, look, I see that you've got your mom and you've got Travis right here. I see them. I'm so happy to see them. Can you cross this in an X if you see them all the time? Good job, dude. Good job. The very most important question I have is, are you still my boyfriend? Good. Good. Because I was worried.
Help her get it figured out, Justin.
He's like, you're doing it wrong. Okay, saw a little blip. So, let's go with that. Maybe. So, Justin, can you give that a shot? Can you see if you can figure out how to turn that flashlight on? Now, I've been told that it just takes your energy. It's not even a tapping thing on you. It just takes your energy. But you're supposed to be able to use that energy and touch the flashlight and turn it on. This takes a little longer than pushing a rod, for sure. That's okay. You don't have to use all the equipment. You're already doing a great job. Hi.
If you want me to do this stuff,
I know. There it is. See, look at you figuring this out. You are so smart. Yep. A little brighter. Good job. Do you want us to ask you more questions? Turn it on for yes or leave it alone for a no. Do you like the new cats? Is it still working? Okay, thank you. They're just here to keep your mom company. She needs that right now. So I hear it's your birthday, man.
But he did like his birthday cakes.
Yep.
There he is. Okay. Well, I brought you some cake and a candle. Would you be totally embarrassed if I sang you happy birthday? Because this is in my plan of attack. Well, mister, I'm singing happy birthday. Okay, dude. Look at you. Okay, so you guys have to sing with me though, because I'm a terrible singer.
Oh my.
I hope these aren't like trick candles or anything. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Justin. Happy birthday to you. Can you blow it out? Okay, I know my singing was bad, but you don't have to just stop communication.
He always had help blowing out the candles, so maybe somebody needs to help him.
Can I help you blow out the candle? Okay, I'm gonna do it. If you don't want me to do it, you gotta turn that light on. Okay? Oh, Mom, help.
Travis and Matthew usually help you. Do you want Travis to help?
You want me to do it?
Do you want Mom to help? I saw a teeny tiny little flicker. I think he wants Mom to help. Oh, there it is.
Okay, I'll help you. But you gotta help, bud. Did you make your wish? You already left that on. Can you shut it off if you got your wish made? Okay.
Okay. Wow. This is what I call my odd box. It's just an amplifier hooked up to this old school AM FM radio that scans quickly through radio stations. And it's said that spirits can use the white noise and the voices from radio stations it may pick up on and actually communicate to us through that. So Justin, can you say hello? You're doing a great job, buddy. So proud of you. Your mom and Travis are here. Can you say hello to them? Turn down the ch-ch-ch-ch. And it should be, the voices should come through loud and clear still. Mom. Can you say hi to somebody else, Justin? Hello. Did that angel just flicker?
It went brighter. The unicorn did. Like it's got a remote that goes with it.
Is the remote over here? Was that you? That's freaking awesome if it was, man. I did it. It's so cool.
I did get that just for him, to represent him.
Oh. I'm so impressed. You know, it takes some people years and years and years to figure out how to communicate like this. And you're just a natural, man. I'm so excited. So, Justin, do you have any messages? Anything you want to say to your mom or Travis? So Justin and Mom and Travis, sometimes I don't quite hear exactly what's being said in the moment, but that's why there's... But holy shit, he's coming through. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
It is the same voice.
It is. That sounded like come back. Who do you want to come back?
Was it Matt?
Kind of sounded like it.
Kind of sounded like it. He was super busy tonight, bud. But you know what? They're going to send your messages. They're going to send your messages.
Did you like seeing him out there today?
It's only the second time he's been out there.
Is it? Yeah. So your mom and I have talked a little bit on the Facebook, and she posts a lot about the signs that you're sending her. What's your favorite way to reach out to your mom? I thought he said Kitsie, but that makes no sense. I know he reaches out to me, but that's not what I was talking about. So, I understand.
Maybe you being here is his favorite way.
Oh, that makes all the sense. Buddy, do you like being able to talk to everybody like this, Justin?
Somebody just pulled on my pant leg. There's not a cat down there.
There is not a cat down there. I was just pointing the camera at you. Was that you, buddy?
Felt like the cat trying to get up on my leg. There's not a cat down there.
No, there's not. So I want to do this really cool experiment with this box. And I want to tell you how it works before I do it, okay? Not the box with the yellow lights on it, but the little one attached to it with this red light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put headphones on. And I'm going to put a blindfold on. And they won't be able to hear this box anymore. It's going to go directly into my ears. But they're going to be sitting off on the other side of the room and asking you questions. So what I need from you, I would like you to answer those questions in my ears so I can tell your mom and Travis. Do you want to try something like that? It's really cool. That way I can't talk over you. Okay. Okay, cool. We'll give it a shot, man. Holy shit. That was amazing. Give me a second once I'm under, and then just go for it. It may work, it may not. It's a really cool thing when it does.
Well, I told him I had to write down some questions for him to answer, and he was supposed to help me come up with questions.
Perfect.
So,
See, I'm hearing all kinds of voices I didn't hear before that sound like radio. So that's a great sign. Your mom's going to ask you some questions, okay?
first one is, what is your favorite memory with me?
Head.
Okay.
Ditto or yellow? Yellow.
I know you were sad when I showed you a picture of Norman that he sent you back in February because you had a tear.
I like it. I'm okay.
If we could give him a message for you, what would you want to say to Norman?
Thanks for talking. I love you.
That's about something he would say to her.
Yes, it is.
I did.
Right, this is an important one, Bub. What's the one thing you always wanted to say to Matthew and want him to know?
Sorry.
What's the one thing you always wanted Matthew to know that you couldn't tell him?
Worry?
Do you worry about him?
Yes. It worked.
Okay, another important one, Bub. You're Travis's big brother. And you guys got close towards the end. So what's a piece of advice that you want to give to your baby brother?
Morphine?
I'm down.
Uh-huh.
What's a piece of advice you want to give to your baby brother?
That's all. Love you.
Okay.
I'm done. Mom.
You getting tired, bub?
Trav. I love you. He didn't want to say it, but he said it. That's my crazy, not that he said it. Hello.
Did you do something about your wheelchair during a storm shortly after you passed away?
Uh-huh. I see you. Always.
Can you tell Kitsie there's no more questions, Justin?
Nope.
Are you just going to keep talking to her?
Just look. Everywhere. People.
What are you telling us, bud?
I think you're being philosophical, Justin.
Love. Say it, Mom. I love you. Forever. Then there was like a tee.
So no words of wisdom to Travis.
Hey, bub.
Hey,
That was
bub.
him.
Still waiting on us to play that Star Wars game, aren't you?
Uh-huh. Yes.
I'll have to get it going. Load it up.
Tell her we're finished, Justin.
Let her know.
I'm not sure what that was. That was him again, though.
Did you try to tell her we're finished?
Try a little harder, bud.
Tell her we're done with the questions.
Hey. It's good.
Tell her we're finished.
Are you still there, buddy?
Just kidding.
I haven't heard his voice come through for a minute.
Well, he was supposed to tell you we were done with questions.
Well, did anything?
He,
There were a few of them that were really direct.
yeah.
Almost right after.
Do you feel better or like you have more questions now? Both.
Both. Both. So. And I asked about one thing he always wanted to say to Matthew. And about that time he said sorry. So.
Your angel, or
He's here. He's here. He's
you're
just
going crazy.
Oh. Are you sitting on the remote?
I'm not. It's sitting right beside it.
They were flickering off the wall.
It's right there beside the horse. Yeah.
Do you want to try the dowsing rods?
I can try them. Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
I don't know.
Cross him, buddy. I feel like he was getting tired.
He moved a little.
Yeah.
Probably. Big day.
Yeah.
Are you just zapped of energy? Tired?
Oh.
I may have had my hand on the thing.
Was Mom keeping you mute?
Was it? What is? Yeah, okay.
Mom
did
was
it.
doing it.
Okay, you can go back to the straight line again, Justin.
All right, bring it back.
That's why I have my hand on it.
He's like, come on, guys.
You want me to talk?
Mom did.
Yeah, make sure they're just on the little round
Yeah.
part down there.
I want to know if you got to see Scott when you got up there.
Oh, right in the feels.
Did you see Scott Wilson once you got up there, Justin? Was he waiting for you?
Do you see Herschel, buddy? He is tired.
I'm trying.
Oh. Can you tell him I say hi and that I miss him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay, buddy. Thank you so much. I am blown away at his skills. I'm just putting that out there.
No,
But he's got lots to say.
he's got 32 years to make up for, so.
Yeah.
So, can we come up with lots more questions and ask you next time she comes?
I don't know about all that, Mom.
Maybe. Okay.
There we go. Well, rest well, Justin, and we'll do this again, I promise. And you can think of questions to ask them, too, because you've got all the questions as well. Well, thank you for letting me do this.
Well, thank you for coming.
Did he deliver? It was a dream come true for all of us, I think. And even capturing that light flickering, 2 lights actually flickering when I only had the one camera still going, blows my mind. But wait, 2 days later, after that investigation, I got this video from Tammy where apparently Justin has figured out how to switch the colors on the light as well. As I was leaving, everything was turned off. I told Tammy that I wouldn't be surprised if that light was how Justin would communicate from now on. Communication is brand new to him as a whole. Wow. You know, I kept saying it the entire night. Just wow. On the way home, it was tough. I cried a little bit, not gonna lie. And yeah, I'm just so grateful that he chose me to be his go-between that night. And that kid, I tell you what, I feel that any spirit has a story to tell. And Justin came through and he told his mom that he loved her, and he told his brother that he loved him. And those are things he couldn't do in everyday life while he was still alive. So it was actually a beautiful, beautiful evening for everybody involved.
I feel like your son's coming right through for you. He has this huge smile on his face, and he says, I'm here, Mom, 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 I'm here.
Justin, I have this thing in my hand that I know you know something about. It's the stick figure camera, also known as the SLS camera. And I would love to be able to see you on this. I think your mom and your brothers would too. But can you point those rods where I should look for you? Yeah, there you are. We see you.
He shows me a black and white stuffed animal.
The cat. Black and white stuffed cat named Waffles that we named after his cat who passed away shortly after he did.
Well, I want you to know that he's with Waffles. And he said 33.
His go-kart number is 33.
I use 33.